All right, good morning. I think thanks for okay, good morning. I think today, so I think the plan for today is I think well, you guys kind of work faster than I expected because last time we have a in class kind of to help you do the assignment. Sorry, this is assignment two, but the assignment one, I think guys, did a lot of you are moving forward pretty fast. So I think um I thought I need to give you guys more time to work on this on class today, but I probably only give like 15 or 20 minutes just in case you have questions. So I plan to maybe, let's just move forward with another project, on class project, which is how to build a park. Like for example, okay, see here, I use Google Map a lot. I think a lot of you use the Google Map too. So like for example, you probably notice that this is the whole this engineering campus, and they have like a new park. Well, you can call it park or plaza in here. I think we can also. Do you guys use Google Map? Yes. Yeah, yeah. I guess when you visit another town, you try to find a restaurant. That's where you use it. So see, it's pretty new. Actually, that's when it's construction. Actually, you cannot see it even. Anyway, yeah, you can kind of see it from here. But anybody been there? You know there, right? It's yeah, just this area. Let me see whether or not there's photos. By the way. What? There's not even one photo. I'm pretty sure there's some photos here. Yeah, see, there's photos here. Let me see. That's our architectural quad. It's more popular, I guess, as people post photos on it. Last time I see it, there's the so yeah, Google Maps is a super important tool. It's simply just because it's up to date and it's very easy way for you to kind of learn different places around the world. I mean, I remember there's one, and it's pretty. I like it. I think it's pretty good. It's so when you do a project or somewhere else, you can use this to kind of do some studies on how different places looks like. You see here, this is how it looks like when it's slow, when there's snow. And you, yeah, I think that's in 2021. Like, it's huge snow. That's amazing. Yeah. Okay. So I use Google Map a lot, and then we will use Google Map a lot. Just make sure you just use the online version. A lot of people use Google Earth. It's kind of already outdated. Um, you just use Chrome and go to Google Map and use it. So there's actually that's one thing. The other thing is Google Map is also you can use like Google Street View to check like the photos. Um, I think the other cool thing is if you click here, a lot of people forgot about this. It's actually you know the dates. Like this photo is taken in August 2023, which is about last month. So it's pretty recent. So everywhere in College Station, there's a date. Okay, here this photo, August 2023. And then if you click more dates, it says all the way back to 2013. Now, if you go back to 2013, this building is not even finished yet. But 16, finished. See, there's new construction come in. Ooh, see, 1 year this come up. So you know what is changing through time just by simply looking at this. I think there's a lot of this is how it looks like in 2007. There's nothing there. There's nothing there. 2007, 2023. So there's this building is not there in 2020. See, there's nothing there. So uh, that's another benefit. I mean, yeah, you can check out the history, like 20-year history, and it's gonna be there always. So I like the consistency, and also the other cool thing is you can actually sometimes there's 3D here. If you click 3D, you can even go to some 3D view. Well, not always, but you can have like a tilted view. A lot of people even use this for like a bird's eye view or perspective view, so things like that. Okay. Um, All right, so what we're gonna do today is there's first thing I want to show you is I want everybody just go to file and see whether or not you have this option, okay? And then go to geolocation. And we go to add location. I have a window pop up. See whether or not you have the same thing. If you don't, I will give you guys time. So if you don't, it means you don't have an account. So you probably need to sign up an account. But I just want to show you the end result. So basically, once I have this add location, it's kind of like a Google map. I can search like College Station. I can go to search, see this College Station. I can go to the park, like here. Let me see. That's this one. No, it's not this one. Huh. Anyway, it's let me see where it feels like it's still in construction. Okay, never mind. Yeah. How about try this then? You see this golf course? You can actually draw box, select a region. So there's a box, and then you can, draw box, and you click import. Then they will boom. They will put a map on there, and it's the same exact size as the real size, because you see how small header is. The header is actually, so it's on scale. So that's a cool thing about this. Yes, see whether or not you can do this. Okay. Some of you probably, if you go to geolocation and you probably don't have that option. If you don't have option, which means you need, like what I did is you need to sign in. Go to file, geolocation, and add location. Okay. Let me clear trend. So geolocation, add location, and then just find the somewhere, I mean, can be anywhere, just practice. I just want you guys to try this, okay? So like this, and click import, okay? I mean, you can even find out other places. You can go to geolocation and clear location, and do it again. See, maybe I can do somewhere else. Let me see. Actually, yeah, you don't have to be College Station. Actually. Let's go to let me see. Go to some places with some topography. How about Big Bend? Everyone to the Big Bend. So yeah, this is Big Bend National Park. It's the only national park in Texas. Very nice. Okay, so you can draw a box. You can draw a box, see, select a region. You have to zoom in, okay? You have to see the select region is gray. It's because it's too big. This area is huge. But if you zoom in more in the area that they can handle, then you can select a region and you can select the size, okay? And import. See, so this is like a Big Bend, a mountain in Big Bend. So you know you can do it. Let me just show you the end result, okay? And all I need to do is just right click. I just actually I don't even have to right click. I just go to geolocation again and show terrain. Boom, that's the mountain. So, and it's the exact same size because you can even measure. It's like 1,000 feet. You can do for this for anywhere in the world. Okay, like Colorado mountain or whatever, like lakes, it's anywhere in the world. You just need add location and geolocation, show terrain. You can do whatever. Yeah, let's pick some. Let's go to pick that. If you show terrain, some of you pick up like a really like steep valley, like what I did. Yeah. Yeah. So. Yeah, it's like you create your yeah. You can do it. If you want, you can even send this. You have this terrain. You can even send this like downstairs, like in Labboard. You can even print it out. It's 3D printing. Just use this file. You can save it as SketchUp, and you can even print it for you. So. Yeah, create an account and sign in. Okay, so then just watch. There's a question. When I click it, it's red. What that mean? There you go. Yes, it means it's locked. How I can tell is you can see this lock sign here is activated. So if I click it again, back to blue. So blue means is you can select it, you can move it, you can do anything you want. Okay, so for example, I can select this terrain for whatever. I can copy them and do whatever I want. Okay. Oh, you can right click, unlock. Here you go. Or click the lock sign here. Okay. Okay, there's a couple things I want to show you. In SketchUp, there's what we call interaction of objects. Okay, interaction of objects. For example, let me just draw a box. Okay, and I'm drawing another box. Let me see, something like that. And then you will see, they kind of talk with each other. That's why, how the group works, right? But let's say if I draw this box, I move it up. And I draw another box. But this box is like a vertical, like this. Okay. But see, these two boxes don't even talk with each other. You see, they don't even talk with each other. They're like they look like this. So yeah. How about just look at screen? Yeah, just look at screen, see what happens. Okay. I have one face here. I have another face here. What if I want to draw a line? Say, what if I want to draw a line? Because I mean, these two faces actually attached together like this area, right? So there's a function in SketchUp is I have this face, I have the other face. If I select both of them, if I right click, you see an option called intersect faces. If I click with selection, because I select these two faces, I click, you see anything change? Did anything change? Yes, there's a line created. Previously, there's not. This is before. This after. This is actually a very powerful tool. Okay, I can show you why. Okay, like for example, this is a very powerful tool. Okay, I can show you why. Okay, so you don't have to follow me on this. So it's not screenshot or anything. I just want to let you guys see it. So for example, if I want to create a contour, anybody know what contour line is? Like, okay, so basically, see if I draw a box, what do you think is gonna happen if I select both of them and right click and intersect faces? If I click it, okay. You see, see these lines? Those are contour lines. So basically, if I like, I don't know, if I move this to another layer, oh, it's actually here. These are contour lines. So use the same methodology. Like for example, if I move this down, see, I just create a plane, like a plane. I just randomly move them up, like say, one time, and I just X, let's say 10. Okay, I created like 10 of this. And then I select all of them and right click. The same thing, intersect faces with selection. Okay, and then you'll see what happens. Then I can delete those faces. Let me just delete those faces. See here? These are contour lines. So because I have different faces with other faces and they intersect together. Okay, so there's oftentimes if you want to create some really organic shapes or something like that, this is a very good tool. Okay, how about let's just try this. Yeah, please just try this. What I did is actually you know all the tools. You just create a plane and move it down and copy them and move them up and copy them. Move them up, move them up a little bit and copy them, by X pen or whatever. So you cover the whole thing and you select the whole thing and right click and intersect faces. And then you delete those plane. You just by select them all. So you have something like this. You can even hide the terrain. So this is like the contours. You see the topography model. You see a lot of people do this. See, if you look at screen, a lot of people do this. See that? You see, like in some studios, people do this. That's how they did it. Okay. Like gold, like they just cut them into different layers and add them together. Okay. Let me do it again. So all I need to do is I just need to draw a plane. And all I need to do, I just need to pick a view. Make sure you pick a view, okay? You want to select the plane and then move them down. And then it doesn't have to be perfect, okay? And then you move it up. Like copy it, okay? You want to make sure you're copy and move them up, okay? Move them up. And then you X, 20 or 10 or whatever. And then you select them all. And right click. Intersect faces with selection. Okay. And then you delete those faces. Okay, we're pretty good with this. Okay. So in the future, I mean, you shouldn't have anything, to prevent you to create like topographies, things like that. Okay. Should be able to do that from anywhere. Okay. That's the first thing I want to show you guys. The other thing is what we call views. Okay, views. Like this topography, for example. Oh no, you don't have to. You can like this, like what I did here. So for example, I'm here now. But you probably want to delete. Oh, I don't have contours yet. Let me just select them all and right click. With selection. Okay, let me make sure I delete these faces. I also delete these two lines. I don't need them anymore. So I have a clean model. The other thing is about views. If you go to view, window. Oh, sorry. If you right click, you go to, let me see. Just right click here. There's one called views. Okay, there you go. That's the view. So this, what this do is you can click, you see they automatically give you some views. This is like a top view. This is another direction. So you kind of, the views, okay, that's another part. Imagine our house project, you can, pick different views. Okay. There also another tool I want to show you. It's called section plane. See the section plane? Well, yeah, just try views, okay? Right click, go to views, and just click those things through and see, have a feel what each one means, okay? And then there's another tool here. It's called the section plane. Section plane. It's on here. On here. Section plane is in the it's kind of right below the measure tool. So once you have that, you'll see, ooh, what you do is, you can even give a name, but what they do, they will cut. You see? They will cut. And if you move this section plane, the topography move with it. So you can cut anything you want. You can actually try this with your houses. Okay. The cool thing about this section plane is you can rotate it. See, I can rotate it. I can put my section plane vertical. And I can move it in this direction too. See, I can move it this direction too. So basically, what I did is I just use the rotation tool. Rotate. But make sure when you rotate, you want to rotate it vertically, like the red. See the red here? You want to make sure you don't want to, the rotation tool to be blue. You want to make sure they're red. And then when they're red, you should be able to move them vertically. And make sure, you want to attach the blue axis if you click it. So you have a perfect vertical section. So see, every time you move your section line, they will cut anything else. Yeah. So I just click the rotate tool. See, when I attach here, they will automatically change to blue. That's not what I want, okay? So I change my view a little bit. Okay, see here, it turned to red, I click. And then once I click, I just move my mouse pretty much anywhere. I just drag. But make sure, yeah, I actually want to move my mouse to the green axis and then drag and all the way attach and see on blue axis. When it says on blue axis means it's perfectly vertical. I click. So now my section plane is perfectly vertical. So I can drag them, I can move them. See, let me try this. I can do it with our house too. So the section tool is also another cool tool, okay? See, this is the house we're using the other day. You can just go to section, you click it. So you move it up, move it down so you can see. You can cut them or whatever you want, and you can rotate it. You can rotate it. Sometimes it's really hard to rotate it. Well, if it's hard to rotate it, you pretty much just like delete it and do another section again. But this time you wanna here, go it's green and then click OK, and you can move it. Actually, you don't have to rotate it, so you just delete that section and draw another section. So okay, see here, you can draw one section like this. You can also draw another section. If you move see, when you turn to red, that's a vertical. So you can have actually two sections combined and move them back and forth. Good? Good? Take a screenshot of this. Yeah. You already have it in this. You already did? Oh, you can show how the
Yeah. And then I just kind of did rotate. I just kind of
yeah, it's you have to it's just because they have paper right direction. It's any kind of
yeah.
Yeah, no, you get. I know you have nothing. Very pretty. Or you don't even have to rotate it. You can just yeah. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, just create another, just do another section. Rotate you. Yeah, for rotation, right? No, you want to do. You want to. You don't want to.
That's right.
Maybe you have to be on something that that's like this.
Well, you know what?
I know.
Rotation tool protection is pretty tricky. I can argue. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you don't have to rotate anymore. Never mind. Yeah, just don't rotate. Just create another. Yeah, create another one. But you want to start? Rotate your views here.
Yeah.
Like play. Oh, you can just move them around. There. Yeah, you're right. You just move them to the photography. Yeah. Just move them around. Hey, next screenshot of the section. What we learned today? We learned intersecting faces, and then we learned sections. Okay, these three things we've learned so far.
Okay, final thing, okay, and I want you guys, this is super important. This is even more important, okay, we have more and more important things, right? This is important than anything else, okay, because you're gonna use this a lot. So yeah, please look at screen, and at least I want you at least just look at it. So instead of, I know some of you are working on your own thing, and it's but it's easy to miss things, right? Okay, so what this is how you work with real. Of course, you know, we can trace with the model, right? Like the geometry, things like that, right? We did this, right? We did the geometry. But let's say our park. This is a Google map, right? This is our site, actually. This is actually our site. Or maybe it's not your site. Maybe it's somebody's design, somebody's plan. Like you draw a plan, right? Like a landscape plan. And say, right? If somebody give you this and needs you to model it, what should you do, right? So that's kind of the same thing, okay? Build a 3D model, right? So what I do is, what we do, is I take a screenshot of this. You don't have to follow me at this point. I just want you to watch. I just want to watch the process, okay? When I take a screenshot, there's a couple of things I look at seriously, okay? Always is, and it's very important, is this. You always want to make sure. Oh shoot, I'm trying to draw, sorry, I'm trying to draw an arrow, but it's not showing up. Like here. What? Let's draw, okay, that's fine. Okay, it's here. Here. It's the scale. So every time you share with somebody else, your professors, your classmates, you want to make sure, as long as they're scale, give scale to them. Because if you don't have scale, nobody knows what's the size. You do that. How do you do a sketch model? There's no way they can do it. Okay. So this is super important. Okay. Let's just follow my thought process on this. Okay. So I take screenshot. Clear auto drawing. I take screenshot. Use flipping tool. Okay. See how I take screenshot. Okay. See, I take screenshot like this. Okay, this is my screenshot. Is it good? Because I didn't have the scale in there, right? So I have to, so make sure every time you take a screenshot from Google Map or whatever, anywhere else, make sure you include scale. And I will show you why, okay? Okay, now I have a scale. The scale is down here, actually, in the corner here. And I save. Let me see. Yeah, you don't have to follow me on this, okay? I save. So yeah, just screenshot save. I save it to this download folder. And what SketchUp can do is, if you go to file, you can there's another, it's called import. I can click import. Just go to file, import. It's like any other files. And then they can find this screenshot and I click import. Okay. And then I just, whatever, I can click like this. So I have this is the map, right? What's the issue with this map? Yes, it's flat. All maps are flat, right? The issue is the scale. because it's an image. There's no way AutoCAD, sorry, not AutoCAD, like SketchUp, no, this is 20 feet. If I draw, see, I draw a line here, here to here. If I click, well, let me measure it. Here to here, it's like a 1,552 feet. That happens a lot. Okay. So what should we do? What should we do? We know this in SketchUp is 1,552 feet. Let me see. Let me just write. Let me see. Let me go to new text document. Okay, so everybody can see. Okay. Okay, so on SketchUp is that the scale line is feet, but in reality it is 20 feet. So that's the problem we face, right? So all you need to do is to scale this image back. You just need to scale. I need to close this. You just need to scale this image back to 20 feet. Right? So if you scale this image back to 20 feet, then everything in that image is in a real scale. Okay? How to do that? Remember the scale tool here? We have a scale tool, right? You can actually make them smaller, but one thing you notice is here, 0.5. Let me, every time I move my mouse, it says 0. This is 1. This is, see, I make it smaller. This is scale factor. When it says 0.3, means they will scale everything in that photo, you know, to 0.3. Like multiply by 0.3, basically that means, right? So what we need to do is we need to find the scale factor to make this image smaller, and specifically to make this line from 1,552 feet to 20 feet. So how do you calculate the scale factor? Yes, those are scale factors to scale 1,552 feet to 20 feet is by using 1,552 feet and divide is by using, okay, here's how I calculate it, okay? The scale factor is, I use 20 divided by 1,552 feet. That's basically what it is, okay? And then once I know that, let me open my calculator. Okay, that's my calculator. And then I use 20 divided by 1,552 feet, 0.0128. That's pretty much, it's pretty small, but okay. This is my scale factor. So all I need to do is I click this, I scale it, I just, you know, move my mouse, right? And I enter number, the scale factor number 0.0128. See how small it is? But when I zoom in, I draw another line there. Okay, here. Oops, almost there. Okay, and I draw and see how large they are. It's about 20 feet. Okay, so now I should be able to trace everything in this map and start to draw a model for that. So that's kind of the first step of pretty much anything you do, right? If somebody give you, like, imagine your studio, you draw your studio, you draw whatever you are, right? But how you do a 3D model from it, that's always the first step, is to figure out the scale factor and scale it. Okay, so we have about 14 minutes. Yeah, try to do it on your own. See, yeah, try to do it on your own, because your scale factor is different than yours. Yeah, yours, it's gonna be different for everybody. Okay, so just go to here, and take screenshot. Make sure you include scale. And you can measure in Excel, sorry, Excel, in SketchUp, what's the length, and in reality, what is the length, and what's the scale factor, and then and scale them. So okay, so see whether or not you can do this. Okay, to import a photo into SketchUp. Just at least try it. Okay. And then this is the last screenshot we have, and take screenshot, and this is the last screenshot we have. And then yeah, that's it for today. And then you can work on your assignment, and I will help you out. And I'm gonna save my file. So next time we can all work on this. All right. Okay, I'm gonna stop the Zoom.